It's a super rainy day again in London. It was raining yesterday, but today it's like raining. Extra rainy. That's the view out of my bedroom / studio window. Very wet, very grey. In the distance there, if it was a dry, clear, sunny day, you would be able to see Canary Wharf and the Olympic Park. But yeah, can't see any of that. Can't even see Canary Wharf, which you can usually see the light flashing at the top of the tower. I can't even see that at the moment. So it's super cloudy. So yeah, and then I'll just bring you over. I need to do some tidying up. This desk used to be really clear, so I'm trying to get a handle of this gimbal situation. Yeah, I've just been like chucking stuff on it this week, and it's getting a little out of control. That's my little dinosaur Christmas tree ornament, but it doesn't hang on my Christmas tree because my Christmas tree is really small and it weighs the branches down, so it stays on there. And yes, I still have my Christmas stuff up because everything is horrible and it makes me feel better. There's my girl LSP. She's so cute. That's a piece of art that a subscriber to my tarot channel, drew for me very kindly. But yeah, and then there's my tea, my Antoine. He is my friend bought him, I think, about 1.5 years ago for me. She was like, I couldn't not buy this for you. People buy me mugs all the time because A, I drink a vast quantity of tea, but B, I'm also quite clumsy. So yeah, but this one holds over a pint of tea, and yeah, I love him. He is Antoine, and I've got my 4 pouches ready to rock and roll today. I've got them cut out. Get the light on them. So yeah, I'm going to crack on with those. I've got all the thread and the ribbon and the little hearts cut out, and the charms are all bundled up. So yeah, I'm going to get those done, and then once I've done these, that's my 20 that I had planned to do for the first 2 weeks of January, and I can what's the word? I can start sewing some other stuff, although I realise I'm going to have to photograph all of these items and make listings, and that's going to be a whole thing. That's going to take a couple of days to do that alone on it by itself. So yeah. Oh, and I forgot to say, I think I showed, yeah, I filmed it last night, but the light was really low because it was night time and the light's not great. I'm still looking in the wrong place, still looking at myself. Where did I put it? I do a thing I call Doodles when I play Dungeons and Dragons. I sort of draw whilst I play because it helps me focus. And so I drew some more pugs. These are freehand. I didn't use any references for these. So this is what I mean when I was saying I'm trying to get back into drawing. So if I draw loads and loads of different pugs from reference, and I always write down the artist that I've referenced them from, and it's not me trying to pass my drawings off as their style of drawings off as my own. It's me just getting like seeing how other people draw, for example, pugs, and then drawing loads of different kinds, and then, you know, once I've gotten the hang of that, putting references aside and just trying to draw them without a reference. And there's nothing wrong with using references. Like, loads of people that have their own style use references for position and pose and shading and stuff, but I feel like at the moment whenever I use a reference, I'm more inclined to sort of copy the style. So yeah, I just wanted to vlog this and to document this, because a lot of the artists that I follow on Instagram and on YouTube have a very established style. They're very established artists, you know, they've had shops for ages, they've had channels for ages, and they, you know, you look at that and you're like, yeah, that's a Cheyenne Barton, or that's a Lee Ellickson, or that's, you know, Roxanne Coble of Baiban. You know, you can recognize their style, but I've never really found anyone that's sort of like vlogs as they sort of find their feet as an artist, and sort of get their confidence. So this is why I'm documenting it. It's partly for me and partly just in case other people are wanting to join in, or to feel inspired and to know that you don't have to. I always was like, I was just like, I always needed, I needed a camera, and I needed all this other fancy equipment and editing skills, and I need to have already established my style, so I need to practice for another couple of years before I start filming. And I'm like, you know, I could get hit by a bloody bus in a couple of weeks. I mean, I hope I don't get hit by, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, and then I would have never have, like, it's something, just do the thing, right? So this is why I'm doing the thing, to help people see that, you know, there are those of us trying to like get better at making art, and that it's okay to document that. I used to feel a bit embarrassed, like everything had to be perfect, and I'm learning to let go of that. It's okay. Just keep going, just keep practicing your drawing, just keep, you know, doing the thing, make those videos, and yeah, just wanted to say that. Okay, Papa. Hey, Papa. You okay?
And then we'll come back if we are not completely almost dead and see what we see there.
Save it for a rainy day. Very well.
And especially if there's no bowl in the safe house, then we know some other place to look for it.
Yeah. This one's a gimme, a bonus, only if we feel up to it.
Do you think we'll be able to find our way? Do you think we'll be able to find our way back here, or should we mark a tree or something like that?
Let's mark.
No. Oh, I am so tired. I know I say that a lot. I do have chronic fatigue. It's 2:15. I stopped for a quick lunch with my husband, and yeah, finished off the final pouch. So I've sewn 4 pouches. Here they are. And so that's, I just need to put the attach the charms and the ribbons to them, and then that will be 20 bags completed between last week and this week. I think I'm actually going to try and have a nap. I'm like that tired, so yeah, I'm going to try and have a nap and then finish off, excuse me, finish off these pouches, so then they're done and dusted. And yeah, and then I'll see how I feel. If I'm feeling revived, then I'll do something else. If not, I'll just knock off for the day, because I remember I'm trying to take it slow and steady and not burn myself out. So yeah, catch you later. Hello, it is Friday the 15th of January. It's Dr. Nommy's birthday. She's already been given her little present, her toy, which she seems to like straight away. She's been running around with it and yeah, chomping on it, so that's good choice. I am actually feeling kind of wiped out. I've spent the whole morning, what's the time now? It's 12:30 in the afternoon. I've spent the whole morning cleaning, scrubbing the bathroom, putting laundry away. I've got some more washing on at the moment, like just all houseworky stuff, because I just sort of, you know, I don't know if you ever get like a bee in your bonnet and you're just like, I need to clean. But now I'm like, oh goodness, and I was like, why am I so hungry? And then I was like, I had breakfast hours and hours ago, so I think I need to refuel. Although it's almost 12:30, my husband usually goes on lunch around 1, so I might as well just wait, and then yeah, do a bit of lunch, and then see how I feel, and probably make a couple more pouches this afternoon, and then call it a day, because it's Friday. Yeah, why not call it a day? So yeah, there's not much exciting going on, just housework, you know, needs doing, doesn't it, unfortunately. And I'm loath to like spend all of my weekend doing it, because it's the time I get to spend with my husband, because although he is, you know, working from home because of the pandemic, he's able to work from home, he's working, right? I can't just chat to him, I can't just go, like, he has to concentrate on what he's doing, he has online meetings. So yeah, I want to be able to spend time with him, and actually he's been really full on with work this week, which means he's been finishing work a lot later, and so we haven't had as much time in the evenings and stuff. So yeah, I want to be able to chill out with him. And apparently we're going to get snow in London tomorrow, which I'm excited about. I'm hoping that we can all wrap up and go on a family walk to the park with Nommy, get her little sort of fleecy onesie on, and get her running around in the snow, because we don't see it often these days. I used to see it a lot more when I was a kid, especially around Christmas time. We usually get snow sort of January, between January and March these days. So yeah, that's my little update for today. I don't know if I will be filming again today. It just depends on what I get up to, really, and how interesting or not it is. Although this may not be interesting for you either, but there you go.
So I got this big frame to put this big print in, but
Hello, welcome to Monday, the 18th of January. Got a little visitor. Nommy, what are you doing? Huh? Got a little toy on the bed. She got a new toy for her birthday, which she loves, so that was an excellent choice. Super pleased with that, because she doesn't always go nuts for the new toys that we get her. They sort of fall by the wayside, but this one was like a firm favourite immediately. So do you want to come say hello to everyone? Come say hello to everyone. Oh, yeah. Come say hi. So this was the birthday girl on Friday, and she was 8. Oh my goodness, you're a big dog now. You're all grown up. Classed as a senior doggo. Oh, but you'll always be my little baby, won't you? She's so cute. Lots of snuggles and a nice walk with me and my husband yesterday. Family walk, yeah. Or you want to go back? I'll put you back on the bed. Ooh, there you go. So yeah, I'm having a cup of tea. I'm watching Lee Alexon's latest studio vlog, which I'm enjoying. I'm about halfway through, and then I am going to put on some Critical Role, and I am going to listen to that while I sew a bunch of these. Now these are still coming out a little wonky because I'm out of practice with sewing lettering, and also because it's really hard to write on these little heart shapes sort of evenly. Yeah, because I'm doing it freehand, but I'm just going to make a couple for myself and just get back into the swing of things, and then I'll make some for the shop, because the earring hooks that I ordered have arrived, so that's really cool. I'm pleased with that. They are stainless steel. No, they're surgical steel or stainless steel. Surgical steel. That's it. I was looking for sterling silver ones as well, but I can't find anywhere that does them at a price that I can currently afford, and I would like to see if these are actually things that people will buy before I start investing in all sorts of other things first. So we will see. My aim today is to sew some earrings. I would also like to make some cloth, spread cloths, tarot spread cloths, the thin ones that you lay like just a row of cards out for like a daily reading. I want to make at least a couple of those this week, because I do quite a bit of hand sewing on those as well, so they take me quite a while. And then I've got a short week this week and next week because it's my birthday at the weekend, and so my husband has taken this Friday and then next Monday off work, so he's got 4-day weeks this week and next week, which means that he's taken it off so we can spend time just doing whatever we want. Not that we can really go anywhere, but we can watch films and listen to podcasts and eat nice food and go on long walks with the dog if the weather permits. So yeah, I want to try and get as much done this week as I can, because I have 1 day less this week and next week. So anyway, I am waffling as I like to, as I want to do. I'm going to finish watching this, finish drinking my tea, and then I'm going to get cracking. Stitched a couple of pairs of the earrings. They're still really wonky, I really need to up my sewing, my hand embroidery for the lettering. I think it's because I'm sewing them on loose bits of scraps of fabric, because I'm trying to use up the scraps from the pouches, because otherwise it's just a waste of fabric. But now I've sort of taken out one of my really small embroidery hoops and I've sketched it on freehand again. This is the problem, because I'm having to write the letters on freehand, and sort of trying to get the spacing and the sizing just right is quite tricky. So I think this will at least help with the embroidering. The getting the letters to stay. Like, I've tried graphite pencil, I've tried biro, I've tried watercolor pencil. I don't have any fabric markers left, they've all dried out, so I'm just trying to, I've just used a very fine felt pen, just the sort of Tri Plus Staedtler Tri Plus fine liners. So is it Tri Plus? Yeah, Tri Plus fine liners, just to see how that works. I'm going to do this set and see how that goes. So then that would be, if I finish this pair, that'll be 3 done today, which isn't too bad. Obviously it's a bit slower because I'm not used to sewing letters. I'm really out of practice, like I said. I'm really rusty, so once you get the hang of it though and get a feel for it, it sort of picks up. It always does. So I'm making these for me, essentially. It's that whole research and development and just sort of polishing up on my skills. Ooh, just knocked the giant tripod next to me. There's that giant tripod I found. Oh, nope, that's not working. Oh, you can see it. Yeah, that's my giant tripod. Anyway. Yeah, so I'm gonna go do these now. Hello, it is Tuesday the 19th of January. I did manage to get a few pairs of earrings done yesterday. I'm not super chuffed with them. Like I said, I really need to improve my hand sewing letters, but the last pair that I did with the ones on the very small embroidery hoop was the Ooh David for any of you Schitt's Creek fans. And I actually experimented, because with these ones I did sort of just a single layer of split stitch, and for this one I sort of did a double layer to see, but actually I do think it's a bit too chunky, a bit too thick, so but yeah, so these will be for moi. Today I don't know if I want to make any more of these earrings. I feel like I need to sew some samplers on an embroidery hoop and really just get my hand embroidery skills back up to scratch, because yeah, like I said, if you use it or lose it, right? So I'll just move you over there. I think I might try and make some other accessories, some other earrings, but different shapes. I really like the idea of doing some coffins, because I'm a bit of a spooky gal, so I wanted to do some more spooky stuff, because a lot of this stuff is really colourful, because the pouches that I make are really colourful, so the offcuts are really colourful. But myself personally, I don't actually wear a lot of colour. I wear colourful like hair flowers and colourful eyeshadow and stuff like that, but generally as a rule I wear a lot of black and dark colours, hashtag goth life. So I lean towards the darker colours and the darker themes, so I'm gonna try some coffin ones, I think, with a little bit of embroidery on, see how they turn out, because I will 100% wear them. I actually bought a pair of sort of resin coffin earrings from my friend Anya, who has a shop. If I remember, I will link it in the description box below, so you can order some stuff for yourself. She does all sorts of jewellery and yeah, some really cool stuff. So. place again, obviously. I finished the little doopy-doop-doo. Doopy-doopy-doo means coffins. Holy crap. The coffins earrings. I used the light grey felt. It took a few tries to get the template the right size. I mean, obviously these are pretty huge for earrings, but I will do a smaller size as well. I just think I made the really small what was it, hell no earrings. Those were the first pair, the plain black pair, but it was quite fiddly sewing onto something so small. I think if I just sort of improve on the larger size, and then eventually I can also make a bunch of smaller ones, but just practice on the bigger ones first, and then I can offer small and large versions of these. I think I'm going to do some like little wee ghosties as well, like, you know, the little like sheet over someone ghosties. I'm like, yeah, I could actually just do loads of spooky stuff. I had an idea of doing like little bones as well. So yeah, now I'm like thinking of all the spooky things, because that's the stuff that excites me the most. I'm just like, I don't know how much people would like, and I guess there's people that are spooky all year round like me, so I know I'm not alone. I follow enough spooky bitches online, so I'm just gonna do some art journaling, and yeah, I'm gonna gather some ephemera and start pasting that down, and then yeah, and just start doing some art journaling. I just need something that isn't towards anything, that isn't practicing my sewing, that isn't for the shop, that isn't, I just want to make a mess basically. So that's what I'm going to do now. Hello. Oh, what's the time? It's coming up for 4 p.m. I've not had an incredibly productive day, but I have had a fun day. So I think I'm just gonna. I'm feeling quite tired. I'm in quite a bit of pain. Which I know I say it all the time, I'm in pain, but it does really sort of impede my sort of state of flow and concentration when I'm trying to make stuff. So like I said, I've done the little earrings. I need to put the little hooks on those, so I might do that in a minute. And then I did a little bit of art journaling. This page is at the point where I just want to let these little ghosts dry. Again, I was using the sort of similar thing to the creatures class that I did last year with Baiban, because, you know, I've been practicing. And then sort of more of a, I had forgotten that I pulled out some ephemera to stick in this before Christmas. So I just stuck that down and what's the word, put the paint on, so that's prepped. I used to, when I first started art journaling, I felt like I had to finish them all in one sitting, and I would be drying layers, and you can do that, that's fine, and I do that, but seeing other people that I like doing art journaling, they will work on stuff over time, and doing the class that the creatures class that I've just mentioned, really I felt like it gave me permission to not have to finish finish everything in one sitting, and that's a relief, because sometimes we don't have a huge amount of time, but we do have some time to be creative, or we get a little burst of energy and then it sort of fades away. I know I get that a lot. And then you want things to dry properly. You don't always want to have to be drying them with a sort of an air dryer thing. So I just use my hair dryer. I will have to get a proper one of those heat guns though, because my hair dryer is no good for using for embossing. I think I need a proper heat gun for that. I've tried and it doesn't work with a hairdryer, in my experience anyway. So I think it's really nice to work on things over time and in layers. And actually what I was doing when I was doing that class last summer, I had maybe 4 or 5 different altered books on the go, working through that class, doing multiple layouts, because I was sort of so in the zone. I'd work on one, I'd be like, oh, I want to do more, and I'd put that one to dry, and then I got another book and started working in that. And I think I had 4 or 5 art journals on the go, so that what I could do is that even though I had to wait for one layer to dry, I could then go into another book that had dry pages in and start working in that. These are bloody huge. Oh my goodness. I forgot about the length of the the hook. The hooks are quite, well, I guess the hooks are pretty standard earring hooks, but of course, yeah, they dangle down. They actually touch my shoulders. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to make a smaller version of this as well. Some people will want the big one, I guess. But hey, and then I did one of the larger heart versions, which I think will be less problematic, she says. Ew, David! I love Schitt's Creek so much. It's one of my comfort watches. It's the best thing about 2020 was watching Schitt's Creek. So yeah, it's probably coming up backwards on the thingy. So I keep looking at myself in the screen, so that I can see what they look like. So yeah, I am so clumsy. I'm not great with all these fiddly little things, and if you saw in the video, like, I'm already dropping them again. It's really fiddly. I'm definitely gonna have to get the hang of that. But yeah, I've got 48 more pairs like 48 more pairs of hooks. Not quite so many of the little hoops, I don't think, so I'll probably have to get some more of those, but it's a start, so we'll see how these go. Yeah, so yeah, I'm done for the day. I'm so tired. I get tired very easily, folks. Hey, chronic fatigue, woohoo! So, but you know, we did a thing. We did several things. So that's something, and yeah, that's good enough for me today.